Hello, my name is Nicolette Fasinelli, and I will be discussing on how I change certain bad behavior traits by changing my sleep schedule. I will discuss the significance of receiving adequate sleep, a baseline description of my behavior, the interventions that I use to change my behavior, and discuss how the key components of the health belief model applies to my behavior. I'm going to now start off by discussing the significance of receiving adequate sleep. It is known that receiving adequate sleep has a huge impact on an individual's overall health and well-being throughout their life. Receiving adequate sleep at the right time can help protect an individual's mental health and physical health. Studies show that receiving adequate sleep helps with emotional balance, brain and heart health, immune system, and even an individual's weight. According to the National Institute of Health, the average amount of sleep that adults receive is less than 7 hours every night. More adults even believe that receiving 6 hours of sleep is sufficient amount of sleep, but in reality, this amount of sleep will lead to chronic sleep deprivation. Even though sleep requirements may vary from person to person, it is known that that enough sleep for adults consists of 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. So according to the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institution, receiving adequate sleep helps your brain work properly by forming new pathways to help someone learn and remember information. Studies show that having a good night's sleep enhances your learning, problem-solving skills, and reduces serious health problems. Next, I'm going to provide a baseline description of receiving adequate sleep, which I put here. Is the value of sleep shows that the brain oversees biological maintenance that helps prepare an individual for the next day. I believe it's hard to receive adequate sleep because I would stay up really late at night on my cell phone. I would end up waking up feeling extremely exhausted, and I would not have enough energy to get throughout my day. So the intervention that I use to help change my sleeping schedule is through exercising and turning off all my electronics before I go to bed. So, exercising is considered an excellent intervention because it's known to stimulate the brain to go to sleep. For instance, the article, The Bidirectional Relationship Between Exercise and Sleep, claims that exercise could be valuable behavioral therapy for poor or disordered sleep. Next, another intervention that helps an individual to receive adequate sleep is by turning off all electronics before bed. For example, sleepfoundation.org claimed that electronic devices before bedtime can be physically and psychologically stimulating in ways that can adversely affect an individual's sleep. It is known that using electronic devices before bed delays your circadian rhythm and suppresses the release of melatonin. Now I'm going to discuss the results of using these interventions. And once I tried both interventions, I was able to receive enough sleep every night, and I was able to fall asleep quicker and feel energized. What I came across was more challenging with turning off my cell phone, but once I turned it off, I was able to receive an adequate amount of sleep. So now, according to the lecture, Dr. Clary Ortega claims that the health belief model consists of 3 key components, which include perceived severity, perceived benefits, and self-efficacy. Perceived severity is when an individual believes that there is a health problem and there are consequences. Perceived benefits are when someone believes that the benefits of action reduces a health threat. Self-efficacy is when someone has confidence to actually take action of a behavior. Perceived severity relates to my behavior because I recognize that if I continue to lack proper sleep every night, I would be at a higher risk of the serious health problems. Also, perceived benefits means that there are benefits for receiving adequate sleep, like having sufficient amount of energy to help me get throughout my day. Finally, I portrayed self-efficacy by having confidence I would actually accomplish my goal of getting adequate sleep, which was 8 hours of sleep. In conclusion, it is very important for individuals to obtain 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night in order to feel motivated and energetic throughout the day. If you are ever you're not receiving adequate amount of sleep, you should turn off your phone or even go to the gym and make sure to stay physically active. Thank you so much for listening to me.